Hi there, I'm Ry, a technician at 4x4 AT here in Leeming Bar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install the Steeler bar on the 2023 Ranger Wildtrak. This includes every model below the Wildtrak, but does not include the Wildtrak X or the Raptor. To do this install, these are the tools that we're going to need. So 8mm socket, I do have on an impact driver, two 17mm ratchet spanners, a 15mm socket and a large impact driver. So the first thing that we need to do is remove this plastic panel along here, and that simply has 8mm screws along the front. There's two that we do need to put back in, which are for the bumper. So once we removed all the screws, this simply pushes backwards and comes out. Now I'll just show you the difference between the screws. So these are all the screws that we've needed to remove to get that off, but there's two that need to go back in, which is these two here. They're an M6 and these are an M5. So I'm just going to pop those ones back in and you can discard the remaining ones. So now we're going to install the brackets for the bar. We're going to pick up off the bolt that goes through the chassis as well as one that goes through the sump. So this one goes to the chassis and this one goes to the sump. This is the sump guard bolt that we need to remove, and the chassis one is the one at the front. This is metal, on the Amrock is plastic, but on the metal one it means we can go tighter on this one. So we're going to reuse these bolts, so I'll just pull that one out. And the front one on the chassis. So to mount our bracket, this part goes up and this part picks up off the sump guard. So this bracket can move forward or backwards. I'm going to pull it as far forward as it will come and then tighten it up, but not too tight because I may still need to move it shortly. Now I'm going to repeat the process on the opposite side. Now again, I'm going to pull this bracket as far forward as it will come and nip it up. So our bar has two parts to it, axle bar and the main bar. They do come pre-attached and we are going to reuse the bolts that they come with. They're 17mm stainless bolts, so I'll just loosen them off and separate the two. So this section, I'll just move over to the middle of the car. I'll grab the main bar. So the way this goes, I'm going to put one bolt through here, which then passes through the bracket and then passes through the axle bar. So through the side of there, pass through there, and then pick my axle bar up. Now I'm just going to put a nut and washer on there just to hold it, stop it from falling off. Now I'm going to repeat the same process on the opposite side. So the bolt goes through the bar first and then picks up off the axle bar. Nut and a washer. So we'll lift the bar up and then I'll just pass that bolt through to get it flush with the end of there and then lift the axle bar. Again, I'll put a washer and nut on it. Now repeat the process on the opposite side. So I'll lift this bar up slightly and then washer and a nut again. So from this point, our bar is loose. We want to nip that up so we can still move it, but it's not too tight that we can't move it. Because what we're looking for is to level this section here with this part across here. It's not too high that it interferes with the radar. So the happy medium is this part here lines up with the top of there, and this section here is not touching the valance of the vehicle. So to start with, I'm going to get my level correct. And then once I'm happy with the level, I'm going to get this distance here the same across. So I'm happy with the level across here and I'm happy with this distance here. Finally, I just want to point this axle bar up so it's not touching the bar, it's just proud of it. And then just before we nip everything up, I'm just going to check again that I'm happy with it, which I am. So I'll tighten that up there. I'm happy that the brackets are nice and tight. Finally, I'm just going to tighten the 15s up underneath. So this completes the install of the Steeler bar on a 2023 Ranger. As you can see, it's a very clean and simple install that anybody can do. Thank you for watching.